Okay, thank you so much for today, and we thank God for this wonderful time that He has been so good and so caring to our lives. And day by day, we have seen His faithfulness. So, today we just want to share one of the things that I felt is good for us to share today, because we are living in a world whereby there are so many issues. People are discouraged. People don't know how and where to run to. But I'm here to encourage one another so that we can move together. And I'm talking about one of the people, one of the characters in the Bible, whose name is Joseph. We all know Joseph was a dreamer, and Joseph was a young man who was really loved by his father Jacob. And here Joseph was a man who was really taking good report to his father. But because of his dreams, he was hated by his brothers, his very own brothers. And maybe I'm talking to somebody who has been hated by his brothers or his sisters or even his neighbors. But today in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 39 and verses 1, the Bible says, "And Joseph was brought down to Egypt." You know, when you find something in the Bible saying that you are brought down, it is now you are going down. It is something like you are going in a you are in a sinful situation. But now, and Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down hither. Verse 2. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. Now we can see in verse 2, the Bible says, and the Lord was with Joseph, and Joseph was a prosperous man. How can God, or how can he be a prosperous man when he has been brought to Potiphar's house? He was a slave. He had nothing, away from his homeland. But now he's coming to another land, and God sees him as a prosperous man. The thing that man cannot see, you see. This is a man who is driven by slaves to another country. He has been sold on a price, and now God sees him as a prosperous man. God sees each and every one of us as prosperous. It is not about the situation that you are in today, but there are some of the situations that you are in today. God is just preparing you for a better future, because the way God sees man is not the way we see other people. This man, he's naked. In fact, his coat of many colors has been taken away with his brothers. He's naked. He's in another country. He has been sold, but God sees him as a prosperous man. And the Bible continues to say like this, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And the master saw that the Lord was with him. This is very important. The master saw that God was with him. Whatever you are doing or whatever you have been given an assignment to do, let those people know that the Lord is with you. Because the way you conduct yourself, the way you work, the way you interact with other people, it is not that Joseph expressed himself that the Lord loves me, but the master saw this man as a blessing, because the blessings of the Lord was upon Joseph, and his master saw that the Lord was with him, and the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. This is very important, because as we follow the Lord each and every day, the things that we do, it doesn't matter where you're working or whom you're working to. Your employer is going to see your work is going to be evidence, because now this is a man who has been brought. This is a man who is a slave in another country. But the master could understand that this man, there's something different in this man. And he said that now he saw that this man, the Lord was with him. And this is a challenge to each and every one of us. When the Lord is with us, whatever we are going to do, it is going to prosper. It is not in your homeland. You can be anywhere else. You can be even outside your own country, but you're going to prosper. Whatever you're going to touch is going to prosper because the Lord has said He's going to bless the work of your hands. Now, Joseph is away from, he does not know even one day if he's going to meet his brothers. But now he's in another country, but people can see, even his master can see that this man is a prosperous man. As we continue, and Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had, he put him in his hands. This is one thing we need to understand. And Joseph found grace. Finding something is, you need to be looking, you need to be searching. You cannot find something that you're not searching for. Joseph was searching for that, and that is the grace. Grace means the unmerited favor, the undeserved favor. And Joseph found the undeserved favor in the sight of Potiphar, and he made him over all of his household. He became number 2 in the house of Potiphar. What are we learning about this? As a person, wherever you have been assigned, God, when you have God in your life, He is going to elevate you. He's going to lift you. You are going to be promoted. Because He said, for promotion neither come from east nor west nor south, but God is the judge. In this case, God is the judge in the life of Joseph. And Joseph now, he's a prosperous man, and he has been put in charge. He's now in charge of all the things that his master is doing. This is a challenge to each and every one of us. Perhaps you've been given an assignment by your boss. Perhaps you've been given an assignment by anybody. But when the Lord is with you, things are going to be seen. People are just going to see how you're going to. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to have challenges, because as we continue reading the Bible, you find that down there, Joseph is going to even to be imprisoned. But now he is on his way to become the prime minister in a foreign land. Promotion will always come to those people who love the Lord. As you walk with the Lord each and every day, God is going to make sure that you are, even if in the prison, he became the prison warden. He became the leader there. He was given an assignment there. And even in our lives, we need to understand we are going to go from strength to strength, from one glory to the higher glory. Because when the Lord is on our side, there's nothing that is too hard. There's nothing that is too difficult to our God. So we need to be very sure that when God is in charge, we just leave everything unto Him. The road might not be smooth the way we think, but I think that when we put our trust in God, He's going to make sure that we have reached our destiny. And I believe that each and every one of us has a destiny. All of us are really searching for something. All of us are really searching for a place, a refuge. Now, like Joseph, he has been sold by his brother because of the dream, But that dream is going to come true one day. And I believe that each and every one of us has a dream. The year has just begun. We are now in the second month of this year. And we see that people are really working hard, at least to make sure that to make the ends meet. But one thing we need to understand, that when we have a goal, when we have a clear, maybe all of us, we have resolutions that we need to make. We have resolutions that we have written down. We have goals that we need to make sure that by the end of the year, we are going to have something. We are going to look down and say that surely the Lord has been with us. And we see Joseph continue to climb the ladder of success each and every day because he had the favor of God, and because the Lord was with him, and because God saw that he was a prosperous man. And that some of the things that he had to, some of the challenges he had to undergo so that he can reach to that top position as the prime minister in a foreign land. And I believe even each and every one of us, we want to be there. We want to be the prime minister. But are we really um, are we really able to pay the price so that we can reach there? Are we really able? Are we able to pay that price? Are you able to pay that? Am I able to pay that price so that I can reach to that place where I want to go? But I'm sure that God has a vision and there's a dream for each and every one of us. But if we just compose ourselves and come together and pray to Him, He's going to lead us. He's going to make sure that our lives count, because at the end of the day, we need to know that our life, we are going to give an account for each and everything that we did. Joseph, we are reading him here. He was written in the book of Genesis here because of the hard work that he did, the obstacle that he went and the challenges that he went through, but he came out when he's clean. And today we're reading about his story. And I believe that somebody is writing your story. I believe that somebody is making sure that there is somewhere that people are going to read about you in the future. If only you understand that God is your refuge. God is the only one who can lead you all through. Just the way Joseph depended on God. He left everything. He knew, now I will never see my brothers, I will never see my father. But that did not make him not to work hard. Some people are really discouraged in life because maybe you lost your parents, maybe you lost your friends, and now you are discouraged. But here is a lesson that we need to learn about Joseph. Joseph said that I'm going to embark on what God has given me, the mission that God has given me. I'm going to do it wholeheartedly until I achieve my goals. And surely Joseph achieved his goals, and that's why we are reading him today in this in this in the Bible, because he has been written in the Bible because of the good deeds that he did. So today we need to be very careful, and we need to trust in God in everything that we do. That God is going to make sure that we have a brighter future. This is the month of love. People are really working so hard. People want to go to places. People want to go to places, high places. But you need to understand, if I am going to that place, am I pleasing the Lord? Am I doing what God wants me to do? Yes, we know that we go through issues, but we need to take courage, to be courageous enough so that as we move forward, as we strive to move forward, we are going to achieve whatever goals we want to achieve, just the way Joseph achieved the goals. Joseph, in the end, when you read about the life of Joseph, you find that he reached that destiny and he saved his own family, and they were given a good place in Egypt whereby they could stay with his family, and they even continued to prosper. They continued to be fruitful in every way, and God blessed them. So we need to understand that the dream you have, you don't know where it's going to lead you. The dream I have, I don't know where it's going to lead me. Only that if I trust in God and move in His ways, I know that at the end, I'm going to be a victor. Thank you so much. God bless you, and have a lovely one ahead of you.